Hello all, அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். And we heartily welcome you all to the inauguration ceremony of Coding Club of GCT. And the mics are Pavitra Lakshmikantan and Netra Sapriraj. Like said in the Tirukural, தெய்வத்தால் ஆகாதெனினும் முயற்சிதன் மெய்வருத்த கூலி தரும். Resulting from the tireless efforts of many souls, we are here with the inauguration of the Coding Club of GCT. Programming powers the digital world. We all could agree on the fact that coding has become more than being important in day-to-day life. It has become a necessity. Every website, smartphone apps, computer program, calculator, and even microwave rely on code in order to operate. To empower the GCT student community with the coding skills and to explore them to the ocean of opportunities available, Coding Club of GCT has been formed. A day without prayer is a day without blessing, and a life without prayer is a life without power, says Edwin Hodry. So I request everyone to rise for the Tamil Thai Varathu.
நீராடும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராடும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் எக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு திரை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பி என்று செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி. I'm pleased to welcome our backbone, the elder file of the Coding Club of GCT, our club advisor, Professor Devi ma'am, to take the floor and address the gathering.
Can you able to hear me? A warm welcome to one and all present here. I am pleased to see the widespread interest and enthusiasm on each and every student participating in this coding club. I welcome you all for taking your valuable time for gathering here on an occasion of Coding Club inauguration at Government College of Technology. I welcome our Honorable Professor and Principal, Dr. P. Tamari Ma'am, to this auspicious occasion. When we approached her regarding the startup of Coding Club at GCT, immediately she gave permission for the same. We are glad to welcome such a wonderful, supportive, and kind-hearted professor to this inauguration. Next, I welcome our Honorable and Dynamic Professor and Vice Principal, Dr. V. Gopalakrishnan of GCT, for his wholehearted support towards the inauguration of Coding Club at GCT. We welcome you, sir. On behalf of the gathering, I take immense pleasure in welcoming our esteemed special guest, Mr. C. Rajkumar Maduram, CTO of C1X. His contribution towards the institution engraved his uniqueness. Once again, I welcome you, sir. Next, I welcome all professors and head of various departments of GCT for their presence in this occasion. Next, I welcome Professor Dr. P. Ilamadi, who is the path maker for this coding club at GCT. We welcome you, ma'am. On behalf of the club, I welcome all energetic students on this inauguration ceremony. This is a special event to take first step towards the coding club at GCT. It is a technical club focused on programming. This leads to fulfill the dream for many of our students. As part of this coding club, I will be like a water which is poured to grow our coding club as an interdisciplinary event. I once again welcome you for this inauguration event. Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful words, ma'am. Moving on to the agenda, alumni guests, HODs, and professors, we request and welcome you all to put forward your thoughts. Then we will be moving on to revealing club's vision and mission, launching our social sites, office bearers announcement, and club activities. Once the query session with the audience is over, we will be concluding our event with vote of thanks and national anthem. Principal ma'am could not join us due to some unavoidable circumstances. She wished us all the best. In this session, we would like to invite Dr. V. Gopalakrishnan, the Vice Principal of GCT, to put forward his words.
Very good morning to one and all present here. It gives me an immense pleasure to be the guest of honor in the inauguration ceremony of Coding Club of Government College of Technology. I take this opportunity to welcome and thank our beloved Principal Dr. P. Tamarai for her continuous support and encouragement to all developmental activities of GCT Coimbatore. And also I welcome and thank our beloved Chief Guest, Mr. Rajkumar Mathuram, CTO of CIX, to be the chief guest in spite of his busy schedule. I thank our Professor Devi of Information Technology Department of GCT Coimbatore, and I welcome the student members of Coding Club. For starting the Coding Club, which helps the students of GCT for their good placement and future developments. I request the student members of Coding Club should utilize this opportunity to learn and improve their coding skills, which is mandatory for the students of all branches of engineering, especially the students of departments other than computer science and information technology. Learning the basics of computer programming is not only fun and interesting to the students, it also gives them a window to future path that will open to them. Coding Club will help the members gain in-depth knowledge of coding, which would be helpful for their placements and can also bring laurels to this institution through various national and international programming contests. This club will help members to develop an aptitude for logical thinking and visualizing a problem from various perspectives for creating multiple innovative solutions. As a whole, requires a lot of coders for achieving the goal of digital India. This club will help them to pursue this goal. I wish you all success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable advice to the students. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. We are very excited to present you all with our wonderful guest, the most humble soul, the gem of a person, and the one who has been his heart for numbers and programming, and a apt person to have as a special guest. Dr. Rajkumar Madhuram, CTO of C1X. He has been a constant pillar of support to our student as an alumni, as a mentor, as a teacher, and I'm very honored to invite you to deliver the special guest address, sir.
Thank you very much. Are you guys able to see me?
Yes, sir. Good.
Great. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for the kind introduction. So I'm very happy and honored to be here. So I thank, first of all, I want to thank Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Dr. Gopalakrishnan, Professor Devi Ma'am, HODs who are present here, all the faculty members, alumni, and the students. Thank you for coming to me today. And it's really a wonderful occasion to be here and to be able to inaugurate our coding club, which is very dear to our heart. So let me start presenting. I have a small presentation, so let me start projecting my screen. Just give me a second. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. It's just good.
Okay, thanks. So yeah, thank you. So my name is Raj Madhuram. I am class of 95 GCT CSE. I love coding. I think of coding as a medium where I can express my creativity, right? And it's really fascinating to me that we can solve many real world problems with coding. So today, as we are all very aware, it's a very exciting day for us. We have come to inaugurate the coding club. And I really hope that it marks the beginning of something that is really exciting and transformational for many, many students who are currently in the college and also the future students of GCT. So really, thanks everybody for making this happen. So I'm going to have 3 sections. So I'll try to keep the talk a little bit shorter today. But 3 sections. First one, we'll see why coding skills are important today. And then the second one is like how we got here, right? So the process of how we got to get this club. And there was many, many people, the efforts of many, many people behind that. So we'll try to trace the timeline. And then finally, I want to give a little bit of my thoughts on how the coding club can operate and what are the things that we can do. So why coding skills matter, right? And it's very, very easy to understand. Like I think today's the introductory message that was told. Coding is very pervasive. It's everywhere today, right? So any device that you see today, it has some code in it, right? So when we talk about coding is not just keep going to a computer and keep on typing away something, right? It's much, much more larger than that. Coding is, if I can categorize them into coding into different levels. So there are certain skills that you can pick up by practicing, right? So a lot of practice. On the top portion, I have precise coding, fast coding, practical coding. So it comes with lots of practice. So in spite of like how much ever you go and learn, you have to practice a lot of coding, and a lot of these attributes come with practice. And then lots of other attributes like the mathematics, data structures, and algorithms that comes with education, right? So all the things that we study in our engineering curriculum, it's all an integral part of coding. So don't think of coding as something that is completely different or just some weird person sitting in a computer and typing away, right? So it's all lots of the things that we learn, lots of the the methods and processes that we pick up from the engineering education, right? It's all going to help you in coding. And then last but not the very least, right? It's very, very important. A lot of these things come with experience, but you can also develop these skills like communication, discipline, and tooling. So I'm not going to dwell a lot on this particular slide. There is an article that I wrote sometime back, so it's in my LinkedIn article. So you have kept the link here, so you can go and look at that. and where I explain each of these in detail, right? So why all these things are very, very important. And I hope the coding club, so it will be very holistic, right? It's not just trying to teach someone how to write a C program or how to solve a specific program, but holistically we will develop all these attributes via the coding club as a medium. Right. And the good coding skills will also help you do a lot of things, as is very, very evident. You can build a lot of things that you like to do. So that's the entrepreneurial spirit, right? So many of us, like, we may want to build a startup after graduating. Having a good coding skill will help you get a very good head start. So that's very, very, very important. And also it can help you in your career, whatever career it may be, right? In whatever field that you are. So that's why I think we were saying, doesn't matter which branch you are from. Coding will help you in your career, and it will definitely help you find jobs. As also our VP, Dr. Gopalakrishnan was mentioning, it opens a window of opportunities for you. And you can also win lots of hackathons. So good coding skills are very, very vital in this, in this day and age. So I hope the coding club will help you towards that. So next section is how we got here, right? So I just put together a kind of a timeline. I hope it is accurate. So pardon me if I misrepresented anything. But we started, from February last year, and before that there were some initial efforts as well. But from February 2021, and then we created a Telegram group, and then we took some teams to ICPC, which I will explain in a little bit, and then finally we are here for the club inauguration. So within a span of 1 year, we were able to accomplish from the genesis to the beginning of this club. So that's very, very impressive, and I really commend all the students who are behind this effort, all the alumni and the faculty who are extending a lot of support for us. So the first initial efforts, so there were lots of efforts, I believe, and I want to call out the efforts by Rathesh Prabhakar, who was the class of 2021. So I heard that he had initiated lots of good efforts, and some of these efforts are bearing fruit today. So thank you. I want to give a shout out to Rathesh. And also, beginning of 2020, sorry, it was December 2020. I said 2019, but 2020. I met with Mano Prakash. So he's a alumni of, I think, he was a 2019 graduate, and I could see the passion. So I met with him, and we discussed a lot about how we can help the students, and that enabled me to put together a proposal to start the ICPC coding team. And also, we have a tremendous support from VC, right? In business circles, VC, I'm sure a lot of you have heard the term VC. It stands for venture capital, right? Which is very, very important in business. But in the GCT community, we have our own VC. So most of you know him, Vijay Chandrasekhar, class of 2002. And he is the driving force behind several initiatives. So he gave me a lot of support. And he provided support that led to the creation of the Telegram group. And we started a group called GCT Coding Club, and that was kind of the initials. During the February 2021, we did that, and so I proposed this. I floated a proposal for a GCT programming team. So on the right hand side, I pasted the screenshot of how it looked, and basically I was telling why the coding skills are important and why coding contests, especially the problem solving, creativity, and the challenges, right? So how coding contests can help you with all these different things, and the importance of competing at an international level. So we can't just be complacent or be content with just our national level, symposiums and state level competitions, but we need to compete at the international level. And ICPC is one of the platforms for that. It's the most prestigious, competition. It's kind of like Olympics for programming contests, right? And so we said, why can't we form a team? So lots of these other colleges like PSG, GCT, CIT, several other engineering colleges, they all send teams to ICPC every year. So why can't we, I know that we have tremendous potential, tremendous capability in the students. So why can't we, send a team, form and send a team for this ICPC regionals? So that was the kind of the initial idea. Okay. And then in March 2021, we We created this Telegram group. So as you can see, we had lots of interactions with different alumni, students, and some faculty was also involved. And we had fantastic discussions. And I would like to call out some of the top contributors in that group. And this is a report I just took from the bot. So there is a Telegram bot that generates this report. So lots of alumni were behind this effort, helping us, especially Aravindan, Pradeep Varman, Mano Prakash, Niranjana, Velan, several others who just popped in and out, and they gave lots of valuable inputs to the students. So thank you very much. You guys are the real backbone of this, the coding club activities. Also students, shout out to Shakti, Raghuram, Sundra Ganesh, Mahesh, Dayanand, and several others. Of course, I cannot, I don't have the time to name everybody, but thank you everybody. So you guys, there was really a community. So we were able to see lots of topics being discussed, a lot of questions, and then puzzles being solved. So these all led to us creating some teams that can participate in the ICPC. So from April 2021 to August 2021, it was pretty much the ICPC contest preparations, right? So we were able to provide lots of mock contests, and students were solving these problems. And based on their performance, we were able to form 4 teams. So I've listed all the 4 teams in this slide. And so we formed 4 teams, and then we had a qualifiers, right? So there was a preliminary competition before the regionals. And of the 4 teams, one team, the Tech Tycoons, the team number 2, Sanjay, Tianesh, and Naren Kumar, they qualified for the regionals. So it was really a fantastic accomplishment, right? So this was our first year of participating in this ICPC, Intercollegiate Programming Contest. And this is a fantastic accomplishment. Also, we actually beat CIT, and then we came close with PSD also in certain areas. So it was really a wonderful.
Sir, yeah. Sir, just to tell one more point of this. So out of these 4 teams, 4 students are from my class. I am the faculty advisor for them.
Oh, awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Fantastic. Great to know that. So we were able to field these teams, and it's really a fantastic experience, right? So I hope we can do this year after year and keep improving. So there's still lots of room for improvement, right? So programming, coding, it's not that something that you can really pick up in a week, or there are lots of coding classes and whatnot. But the real programming, you have to spend a lot of time and effort trying to solve a lot of problems. And I hope this will encourage the students to devote a lot of time, and that's going to be really valuable in your careers. So thanks everybody who participated in the teams, and hope we can continue this tradition and then field more teams, and also accomplish several significant milestones in the future. And then we had the discussions for the formal club, right? So in the initial proposal that I sent, so I had this trifecta, or the 3 pillars of what I call as the collaboration pillars. We have the students, faculty, and alumni. So if you're able to come together, I think we can accomplish great things. And I think the coding club is a testament to that. And this was pretty much led by Shakti and Sundra Ganesh. They exhibited very amazing passion, right? And they were supported by an incredible team of volunteers, office bearers, and then too numerous to name everybody. But thank you each and every one of them. And also, I cannot minimize the support from faculty and alumni, Dr. Devi ma'am, and also several others. They were all very instrumental in getting the extending support, and then also thanks to our principal for allowing us to formally establish this coding club. And this would, I'm very sure that this is going to serve a lot of students in the future. Great. So the final segment, some of the thoughts from and some of the historical perspectives, and I'd like to share some thoughts on or some of the lessons that we can learn from a particular club. Okay, so this person, his name is called is Gordon French. I'm not sure how many of you have heard about him. He's one of the pioneers of Silicon Valley. Okay, so this is a photo. I think it was taken in 2013, but he was very instrumental in 1975 at the time where computers were, like the ones that were exhibited. So the computers behind him, like there's a solid terminal computer, and on the right side you can see Inside 8080. These were all initial computers at that time in 1975. So he was very interested in computing. So he liked tinkering with a lot of things, electronics, right? So what he did was to create something called Homebrew Computer Club. I'm not sure anybody heard about this Homebrew Computer Club. So he hosted the first meeting of the club in his garage, right, in Menlo Park, which is now the epicenter of Silicon Valley, in March 1975. So a bunch of people came together, like 30 people, around 30 people. They came in a pouring rain in the evening to just discuss computers. And at that time, computers were nothing more than a bunch of PCBs connected to a terminal, right? And people were trying to figure out programming languages, and things were in the bits and bytes level. If you had followed me, you would have in LinkedIn. I was sharing many different things about the old computers, and these were the time where computers had like 256 bytes of memory, right? 256 bytes and 4 kilobytes memory. So nowadays we take so much things for granted. Every photo that you take is like 1,000 times more than the entire memory of these computers, right? At the time. So he hosted a first meeting of this club in 1975. And then lots of things came together at that point. So this was one of the newsletters on the left-hand side of the Homebrew Computer Clubs. And this became a very influential force in the formation of the culture of Silicon Valley. Okay, so these were the newsletter was very widely circulated, created and edited by its members. And this actually initiated the idea of personal computer. Okay, so all the computers that you see on the right-hand side, the Kenbach, Altair, these were one of the earliest machines. And some of the members built the original kit computers like this Altair, and also it was very influential. And you can see one of the photos of meeting also in this particular slide. And what can we learn from this particular aspect of Homebrew Computer Club that we can extend to our GCT Coding Club is about sharing knowledge, right? At this time, people had very limited knowledge of things, right? They didn't have sophisticated computers. They didn't have networks, no internet, nothing, right? There's no concept of internet at that point. And actually, maybe the DARPA, and they were like dabbling with some internet concepts. But beyond that, at the personal computer level, there was no knowledge of networking or anything like that. But these people were able to come together, share ideas, right? So you can have lots of ideas, but sharing them is very, very critical, very important. And the newsletter provided a fantastic medium for them to share lots of information. And it's very interesting to even read some of these things, what they were sharing and exchanging these ideas. And so that is the first lesson, sharing of knowledge, right? So we can really take that lesson from this Homebrew Computer Club about sharing knowledge. And what's the next one? I just clipped this from the newsletter, a couple of clippings. And you can see some of the titles like, for family and friends of people who always wanted to know about computers but did not want to ask them, there are easygoing classes. So they were actually teaching people on computers. At the time, computing was very, very at this infancy I was mentioning, right? And they had classes and where people can come. And so they were sharing knowledge and also teaching people who were not, who did not have that background. So even in our club, so there can be students. I've seen lots of students who are fantastic, right? I mean, fantastic in terms of like with lots of exceptional coding abilities. And there are students who are just starting out, right? And they are experts in a different field, but in terms of computing, coding, they are just starting out. So this is an opportunity for us to come together, and people who know lots of programming, you can teach the students who want to learn programming, right? So it's a very good platform for doing that. And also they conducted this Homebrew Computer Club, conducted a computer fair, right? West Coast Computer Fair. This was the first computer fair in 1977. And I love computer fairs and maker fairs, especially, right? Where there's a lot of creativity. And I hope our club also showcases the creativity of the students, right? And whatever you are producing, and I hope we'll have many events to showcase the creativity. I've seen lots of fantastic stuff coming out from the students. They've been building many applications, many solutions, right? And it's a nice opportunity for us to showcase and for us to learn. So this next lesson is pretty much teach and learn, right? And another important thing about teaching is something is, I'm not sure if you have heard about this Feynman technique. Dr. Richard Feynman, he's a Nobel Prize winning physicist, right? And he has a technique. If you want to learn something, if you want to get great at something, right? And it could be a simple concept. There are a 4-step process, basically. So he basically says, step 1, you have to choose the concept. And step 2, you have to explain it to a person, right? So it could be like a 12-year-old person, explain it to them. So now you think that you understand the topic reasonably well, keep on explaining it. And then if they can understand, if they cannot understand, keep on refining it. You have to reflect, refine, and simplify. That's step number 3, right? So until you have the other person understand, and then at that point, the step 4 is organize and review the concepts, then you can be really an expert in that particular topic. So there's an incredible lesson for us to teach and then learn as well at the same time, right? So that is the second lesson that we get. And the final lesson is very, very exciting and interesting as well. Anybody want to guess who these 2 people are? Okay, there's a clue here, right? And on the right-hand side, there's an Apple computer. So these 2 people are Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, right? And why am I putting that picture here? Steve Wozniak was one of the members who was present in the first meeting of the Homebrew Computer Club. Okay, and Steve Jobs and both of them, they said, we are going to build a personal computer, and they built a personal computer. So Woz attended the first Homebrew meeting, and he became very inspired to build his own computer. And he actually quoted this: "I did this computer to show the people that Homebrew that it was possible to build a very affordable computer. A real computer you can program for the price of the Altair." And so they came and they demonstrated this computer to the members of the Homebrew Computer Club, and the rest is history, right? Now Apple is a $3 trillion company, right? You can't even imagine. It's much bigger than the GDP of our country. And so it's a huge thing. So not only Jobs and Wozniak, but it also influenced Bill Gates. Actually, Bill Gates wrote an article in the newsletter, the Homebrew Club newsletter. So and other several pioneers of computing. So the next lesson is do great things, right? So even though it was a simple gathering, the people, like 30 people, came together, and in a pouring rain to get something started, they went on to transform the world, right? So I hope what we have started at GCT, it's going to be very transformational. You guys have lots of potential, so go and do great things. Okay, so these are the 3 lessons that we learned from Homebrew Computer Club and that we can apply to GCT Coding Club. And really thank everybody for listening. Have a great time. Bye.
Thank you for the wonderful words, sir. We are looking forward to having you again as our chief guest. We humbly request all the alumni guests and faculty members to take upon the stage if you have anything to share with the audience.
Yes, Ratesh, you can say a few words about this coding club, no?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for everyone to approaching me here. So first of all, thank you for Devi ma'am for this opportunity, and for all the chief guests, and for the vice principal Gopalakrishnan sir. And it's really a good initiative. Like, I started in my college days, so I am very happy to part of this community. So it will be a very helpful for students. That's the first intention I started this initiative today in the second year. So apart from CS and IT students, every students need to be the need to be success in their placement career and everything, and need to learn the technology. That is the main intention of this one. So I hope this will satisfy every students and will help every students to achieve in this corporate or any world, like corporate world or IT sectors or any sectors. So utilize this opportunity, even if you are in college, for focus on academics as well as focus on improving your skills. That is the main point, because skill matters in every place. So use this students, every students use this opportunity to utilize your skills and improve your skills and shine in your world. This is the point. Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Ratesh. Is there any other alumni students joined here? So please take over the stage to present yourself. So that will be motivation for more students to register this coding club.
Manoj Bakasana, do you have any word to share now?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. Faculty, GCT, my fellow alumni, and Vice Principal Dr. Gopalakrishnan sir, and to all those budding students, like who will be the great people in the future. So again, as I'm very happy to be here, and thanks Raj Madram sir for special mentions of me as well. So it's really, I had a very great time meeting him in person. So we had discussed a lot of things, and he mentioned that as well. So thanks for that humility, thanks for that humbleness, thanks for the shout out as well. And yeah, and the good thing here is like, yeah, so Ratesh, again, I didn't know Ratesh in person as well. So he was there. He's an immediate junior of me in the college. So I know him in person. So yeah, he's been the same since I saw him the first time. So he has been the same throughout his days till today. So hope he continues that passion and that energy. And the there are a lot of people who I still engage with in the current batches, and I could see the passion, or what I call it, I could see the thoughts, like forcing them to do something out of the world, or some to get through the typical stereotype opportunities. So I want to do something different or something back to their community, or so there are a lot of ignited minds already there. So this might be a platform to like bring those people in the same page, or and like do an interdisciplinary research. It might not be just the pure CS or pure IT. It might be a collaboration between a mechanical and a product, or an IT and or a triple E and the production, or it doesn't matter. So interdisciplinary works are in the like limelight. They are in the need of the hour. So this should be much achievable with the coding skills you can get from this club. And try to share knowledge, as we have great lessons from home group club. Like thanks Raj Madram sir for pointing out them. So there's a valuable point, like taking the key lessons from a similar club which was started like 40 years or 50 years back. So thanks for bringing out that information and the lessons from that. Thanks for the research, sir. And so the three key things which I would say is keep on touch with the constant learning. So that's the key. And second thing is the Feynman technique, as he told, like the sharing is most important. As you keep on sharing, you get to clear your ideas as well. So let's say you know a concept, and when you explain that to someone else, you might stuck at some point, and you might get a hit out there. So that will help us to clarify that, and we'll be purifying that concept and refining and at last we'll get into a complete understanding of that concept. That's the second one. And the third thing is like practice, as we say. And the key thing which I see for the coding is the logical thinking or the math behind that. So do concentrate on math as well, because that's something which is always left out of the box. So the math is always important. So you could have seen some memes in like that technical memes as well, which will be saying like people who want to do machine learning, but it doesn't keep on the statistics or the machine and the mathematics. They straight out of jump into the Python library. So do concentrate on the mathematics and the statistics part. So understanding it logically gives a better idea, and it helps you to gain a lot of problem solving strategies. So with that, you will be able to reach great heights. So it need not be helpful only for getting into top companies or FANG or whatever the tech giants. It helps you to grow back to different community for us as a whole. So imagine like starting at something equivalent to FANG, like starting something today, and 30 years later you might be a competitor of Google, or you might be far more than Google. So who knows? So that's all there. So keep on the math part, which is I am somewhat familiar of, so I'm more insisting on that. So that helps you a lot of learning a lot of things. So keep on the constant learning. So that's what I would say, and keep on sharing the knowledge as well. So we can write. There are a lot of sharing platforms. You can have a YouTube video, you can have a Medium article, you can have something posted in LinkedIn. You have n number of platforms to share. So keep up with these and share, learn, and practice. So these are the 3 things which you will come across. You don't do it step by step. It all comes hand in hand. So 3 things go hand in hand. So keep up this good work and keep on igniting the flame. So let's let the flame burn always. So let's not disturb that. So let the minds pass their knowledge to the next batch and the next batch and the next batch. So we'll form it as a very we'll find a very bunch of, not a bunch. It should be a lot of them people getting into it day by day. So make that fire always burn within the minds. So yeah. So congrats everyone for making this an formal event and making it as a formal registration of the college. So yeah, let's do something out and big come out of the flying colors. So thanks for having me as well. Thanks for the opportunity to join the Google Meet as well. So thanks a lot.
Great thoughts, Manu.
Thank you very much. Parents, sir, can you share some words? If you wish.
Hi everyone.
Hi, sir.
This is an historic day, right? I'm super excited. Let me begin with a quote of the former president of US, Barack Obama. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we see, right? It's true to that. I really, really appreciate the efforts of all the volunteers who have taken the step to set up a coding club for GCT. One of the dreams come true, and there are many more such dreams to take GCT and GCTians to the next stage in the world level, right? So I really, really congratulate the staff members and the students for coming together and beginning this journey. And I can already see that, there is a bright future. I see the students from our college going on and winning competitions at the national, international level. I see them more entrepreneurs coming out of these initiatives. So I wish you all the best in the days to come. And I'm very happy to be joining all of you today. And I look forward to be associating with the alumni, faculty, and the students in whatever way that I can to support this. Okay. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. You have been here because we started at one point in the past. So when we are starting a club, we didn't know what to do and where to start. So the one who guided us to all the procedures to how to follow the initiative was Lemali ma'am. I would like to thanks Lemali ma'am in this gathering. Thank you, ma'am, for all the supports in our initial stage.
Limali ma'am, welcome ma'am. If you are free, can you please share few words with us? Okay, I think she is busy. Okay, thank you, sir, Sendil sir. Thank you very much for your valuable speech.
You can move on to the next segment, please.
We thank all the alumni for putting forward their thoughts. It's time to have a glimpse of what we do here in the Coding Club of GCT. Presenting you this with a video.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the next. The logo is an identifier, but it's also something that stands in for who you are. Harish from third year AIE, who is also a part of the media team of the club, is the mind behind the logo of the club. His design was selected as the best in the logo design contest. We would also like to mention Damodar, Karthik, and Aditya, who delivered wonderful logo designs. Let's reveal the logo of the club.
No club functions without a proper mission and vision. They boost the club to get going and make the society realize what they are up to. Time to reveal the vision and mission of the Coding Club of GCT. I would like to call our club secretary, Mr. Dhyanesius, to present the vision and mission of the club.
So, Coding Club of GCT, our vision to build a community which serves as a hub for young programmers to learn, develop, and enrich their coding skills, and also act as a platform through which they can exhibit their skills to the technical world as a talented programmers. Our mission. Coding Club of GCT, our mission to elevate the programming skills of future engineers, which will help them learn new tactics to deal with dynamic technologies, to enrich the competitive programming skills of students by participating in renowned competitions, to enhance the coding skills of better developers by encouraging and guiding them to build applications.
Thank you, Dhyanesh, for the honors. Office bearers or the control units of an association. We are delighted to call upon the president of the club, Shakti, to introduce the team of the Coding Club.
Hi guys. So to say about, as you already know, club's advisor will be Devi ma'am. To say about executives, we have secretary from Dhyanesh who just spoke about our vision and mission, and Narayan will be our treasurer. And we can plan our clubs to start it. plan a club to have three sections. Not to say about sections, it can be like three major parts of a club. So there will be app developers and web developers, and who will be doing for competitive programming. So to lead this team, we have selected leaders for them. The leaders are Lalit Kumar for app development. Ganapriya will be for web developer. She also developed a website for our club, which will be released shortly after this slide. And Hariharan will be a competitive programmer lead. So Hariharan has his experience with participating in competitive programs like ICPC. So he has base knowledge of how it works and what are the things we need to prepare. It's thanks to Raj Madhur himself for helping us to the event. Can you go to the next slide, please? So we initially we had established a development team. So these are our development teams along with led by Ganapriya, Pavitra, Ratna Bhubadi, Vishal Pranav, Mohammed Nasik, and Sriram. So we can do many events as within ourselves, but doing events within ourselves will not result in much. So we need to promote ourselves to our outer world. We need to say what we are doing. Alright, media will be the best part, best and the important part for any clubs and any companies as well. So we are having a wonderful media team. You might have already known about Harish because he was the designer for a logo, and Damar and Karthik were also uh, two competitors who had a logo design. So these three will be our lead designers for the club, and Jennifer and Neidala will be our content writers. And we also have Yones from as an event coordinator, Sundar as a competitive programmer, and also he has many thoughts about the club's vision and mission. Somewhat like the shadow pillar of a club. And we have Mani Bharati and Vijay as our outreach team.
Yeah. Thank you, Shakti, now for the words. So now that our club is officially out, we have the responsibility to tell you guys what about the activities of the club, right? So I would like to welcome our club web development lead, Ms. Ganapriya Kisahar, and Hariharan to present you with the year plan of our club. The stage is yours, guys.
Yeah. Hi everyone. Let's see about the web development and mobile apps development domain. We help students by suggesting the best course resources and courses for a topic in a domain, and they are interested to learn. And we will be there all along the path they learn and practice. And then we will help them in creating the projects and solving the problems. We all together participate in hackathons and solve real-time problems and develop web and mobile applications. Apart from the list, if people come up with new ideas and plans, we are heartily appreciate them and ready to execute it. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mariharan. Let's understand what do we do in competitive programming. On behalf of competitive programming in our club, we are going to conduct various coding events to develop students' logical thinking, reasoning ability, and problem-solving skill. And by enhancing, we are here to help and guide them to participate in international coding competition like ICPC, Google Kickstart, Hashcode, and CodeJump, etc. So the events are planned to conduct our weekend coding contest and coding boot camps on odd semester to help to train in those international coding competitions. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Ago Jeremiah always says, your website is like your online driver's license. Never drive without one. Here is a list of links to the various platforms where we exist. You can reach out to us on any of these platforms, and it's time for a query session. If the audience have any doubts or queries, you can ask now.
Okay, if you guys don't have any doubt, we can move on to the next. Yeah. In our club website, we have a section called register. People who are willing and really have the passion in them, you can join us by using the link here. We are available 24/7. Please join us and we can go together. Saying thank you is more than good manners. It is good spirituality. So I ask our club treasurer Naren Kumar RM to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. It has been an honor to be a part of this wonderful inauguration ceremony. On behalf of the club, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Rajkumar Madram, CTO of CUNX. Your words truly inspired us, sir. Thank you. Next, I would like to thank our Vice Principal, sir, Dr. Gopalakrishnan, for his presence today. And our sincere thanks to Professor R. Devi and Professor Ilamadi ma'am for their constant support and guidance. Also, thanks to the heads of various departments and alumni guests who handled the event throughout. Finally, a wide round of applause and thanks to the fellow students who made this event a memorable one. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the thank yous, Naren. It's time for the national anthem. We request everyone to stand for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you everyone. We appreciate all of your participation in this special event and stay safe, stay home and keep vaccinated. You are free to leave
Thank you
the
all
meeting.
students. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you Team Rotaract.
Thank you all the clubs who joined us, all the club executives,